Can't hear you at all.
Yeah, I don't. Me? You hear the harp? So maybe not quite so slow. Try my cake. I don't, I need to get ready. All right, starts. Why don't y'all play it? Let's see what it sounds like when you just play it. Stevie, why don't you start it off?
Okay.
What's our tempo? It's your tempo.
Okay, all right. 1, 2. We're gonna go on.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We're going to start with a song. We have a wind theme today. One. One, 2, 3, I started out with the wind at my back, and I ran like a train on a downhill track. Are y'all on the same? You can't hear me? Am I coming through? Okay, they say they can hear me. All right, let's try it again. 1, 2. All right, let me just teach you the chorus since we were all stuck. It goes like this. Lean into the wind. Lean into the wind. Don't fight it, invite it like a long lost friend. Let go and lean into the wind. Sing that with us. Lean into the wind. Lean into the wind. Don't fight it, invite it like a long lost friend. Let go and lean into the wind. You got it? Yeah, it's this, as much as it sounds like it, this is actually not a drinking song. I started out with the wind at my back, and I ran like a train track. Without even trying, I was going so fast. It felt just like flying, but it wasn't to last. 'Cause when I turned to finish the race, that helpful back pusher hit me right in the face. My free ride was finally through. Only one thing left to do. Lean into the wind. Lean into the wind. Don't fight it, invite it like a long lost friend. Let go and lean into the wind. I was sailing along on the lake. In my bright little sunfish, there was barely a wake. With a gentle breeze blowing, I was going so fast. Let me start again. With a gentle breeze blowing, I was moseying along, taking in the rays, singing a song. And then the big wind started to rise. It was all I could do not to capsize. I hiked out and held on with my toes, 'cause every good sailor knows you lean into the wind. Lean into the wind. Don't fight it, invite it like a long lost friend. Let go and lean into the wind. Let's hear a little solo. Well, life can be scary, plan as you will. And that's kind of hairy, but it's also a thrill. So stand at the helm and shout, bring it on! Don't feel overwhelmed, just sing along. Lean into the wind. Lean into the wind. Don't fight it, invite it like a long lost friend. Let go and lean into the wind. Let go and lean into the wind. All right.
Another one of Blair's originals on her CD. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Unity of Charlottesville on this beautiful Palm Sunday, the week before Easter. This is where it all begins, right? So it's beginning now, as well as spring is here. And we can see it happening almost in real time, popping out. My name's Rhonda Cooley. I'm your celebration assistant today. I want to welcome everybody here today, whether you've been here for years or whether it's your first time. And of course, welcome to all those out there online. We welcome everybody, no matter what your sex, your gender, your political affiliation, where you come from, your religion. Everyone is welcome here at Unity, and we always want to make sure that you feel welcome as well. We want to also remind you to please turn off your cell phones so we don't have any unexpected interruptions, like in the middle of meditation. And so at this time, let's all stand and we get to sing again and sing My Soul is Welcome Here, because it is.
I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My
That is a great song, and you all sing it like you mean it. All right, let's settle down now. I love that. Just going to let everybody find their seat. All right. Can you feel it? Can you feel the love? Can you feel the energy of celebration? Can you feel the energy of community? I feel it. And one of the things I'm learning late in life maybe is that there's very little more important than community. Those conversations, those hugs, those reminders that there's a place where we belong. This is a joy and a blessing. And in the midst of a setting like this is the power and presence of the Holy Spirit. Taking the energy that we bring and multiplying it. Bringing us together ever closer, ever more kind, ever more compassionate. And that feeling of family pervades this space. And so, as always, we begin with gratitude for just being able to be here. And because we're here with the other people who are in exactly the right place at the right time. So with a deep-hearted thank you, God, let's begin our service today. And so it is. Amen.
I'm going to continue that community affirmation with our mission statement together. Unity of Charlottesville empowers everyone to express their unique divinity, making a positive difference in the world. And our statement of faith. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life, God the good, omnipotent. Sails. How far would I go? What could I achieve? Trusting the hero in me. If I were brave, I'd walk the razor's edge, where true believers dare to tread and never lose faith, even when losing my way. What step would I take today if I were brave? Sing it, everyone. What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What if we're all meant to do what we secretly dream? What would you ask if you knew you could have anything? Like the mighty oak sleeps in the heart of the sea? Are there miracles in you and me? You know there are. If I were brave, I'd walk the razor's edge, where true believers dare to tread and never lose faith, even when losing my way. What step would I take today if I were brave? Sing it, everybody. What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? What would I do today if I were brave? If I refuse to listen to the voice of fear, would the voice of courage whisper in my ear? Maybe this is what I fear. I am brave enough to move ahead, where true believers dare to tread and never lose faith, even when losing my way. What step will I take today? I am brave. Sing it. What will I do today? I am brave. 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 Yeah, good job.
Y'all are fantastic. Yeah, that's right. Tell them. So by now you figured out that today we're commemorating Palm Sunday, the first day of the last week of Jesus' life on earth. The story that's most often told on Palm Sunday is that of Jesus riding into Jerusalem on a donkey amid shouts of praise and the laying of palms. Jews from around the country had come to see this extraordinary man who had demonstrated extraordinary power. A man with the courage to challenge the law and confront pompous temple officials. A man who healed the blind and the lame and the sick. A man who had opened the hearts and minds of people with his simple stories. And most recently, the man who had raised Lazarus from the dead. They thought him the Messiah. Today, we would probably call him a superhero. But there is much more going on in this story. This weekend, across the country and the world, people gathered by the millions for what were called No Kings protests. Public acts of resistance against concentrated power, creeping authoritarianism, and the normalization of injustice. There were signs and chants and music and laughter, along with a focused and deeply serious collective refusal to accept that things must remain the way they are. For those of us shaped by the Christian story, especially those of us in progressive spiritual communities, this moment feels familiar. Not just politically, but liturgically, because we have seen this before. Palm Sunday is often softened in our retellings. Children wave palm branches and congregations sing Hosanna. The scene feels quaint, sometimes even sort of sentimental. But in its original context, it was anything but. Jesus enters Jerusalem not quietly, but as a deliberate public demonstration. He rides a donkey, a symbol loaded with meaning, while crowds shout political religious slogans. Hosanna, which means save us. And blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. Now, this was not random enthusiasm. It was organized disruption. Scholars remind us that at the very same time, on the other side of the city, the Roman governor Pontius Pilate was entering Jerusalem as well, mounted on a war horse, flanked by soldiers, a show of imperial power designed to keep the peace through intimidation. 2 processions taking place, 2 visions of power, one rooted in domination, one rooted in love and solidarity. Palm Sunday then was not and is not just a prelude to Easter. It is a protest parade, a public embodied critique of empire, a declaration that another kind of reign, a reign of justice, mercy, and collective abundance is not only possible, but is already breaking through. No emperors, no Caesars, no kings. When we look at the No Kings protest through this lens, the resonance becomes unmistakable. To say no kings is not simply to reject a person or a political figure. It is to reject any system that concentrates power in a way that dehumanizes and diminishes. It is to say we refuse to be governed by fear, by hierarchy that crushes, by narratives that tell us we are powerless. It is a modern day echo of "we have no king but God," a phrase that in the time of Jesus carried its own complicated and subversive weight. But here's where the parallel deepens. Jesus doesn't just replace one king with another in the way that the world expects him to. He reframes power altogether. His kingship is revealed not in domination, but in service, not in coercion, but in community, not in violence, but in love. So when people took to the streets this weekend, marching, chanting, and resisting, they were participating in a long tradition of embodied dissent. A tradition that for Christians is not peripheral to faith, but central to it. Palm Sunday reminds us faith has always had public dimension. It has always involved risk. It has at times meant stepping out of line. It's always called forth the courage to disrupt a system. But here's the most uncomfortable truth for us in the churches. It's easier to remember Palm Sunday than reenact it. It's easier to wave palms in a sanctuary than to raise a sign in the street. Easier to sing Hosanna than to risk that someone might misunderstand. It's easier to honor a past disruption than participate in a current one. 30-year Methodist minister and congregational consultant Anna Galladay writes, "Many congregations feel this tension deeply. They sense a call to justice, to prophetic witness, to something more than just maintenance, but they're unsure how to move from intention to action. They worry about conflict among them, about sustainability and finances, about, what might the emotional cost be? And yet the gospel consistently invites our communities not just to believe differently, but to live differently and to move from inspiration to implementation. One of the beliefs I've had since the first moment in Unity has been, if it doesn't change my life, I don't care about it. It's supposed to make us different. This is where the work becomes both spiritual and practical. If Palm Sunday is a model of public witness, then the question for us today is not just what do we believe, but how do we embody these beliefs in a way that matters? And that's a very private and individual question. How do we cultivate the courage, not just individually in our own lives, but collectively as a congregation? To buck the status quo is not for progressive Christians about being contrarian for its own sake. It's about faithfulness and about asking again and again, where is power being abused? Who is being left out? What stories are being told that keep us small, silent, or complicit? And then crucially, it's about learning how to respond as a group, as a family. Fantastic No Kings protests took place around the world yesterday. They said the largest public protest in the history of the world that anybody knows about. Unity congregations this year, very proudly, joined into the No Kings with a 2-hour vigil yesterday designed for those whose protest needed to include prayer and meditation, and for those who could not be outside in the streets. That Palm Sunday weekend was the chosen date for this No Kings protest is not an accident. As on that first Palm Sunday, this was the time for action, and millions joined the reenactment of Jesus' arrival into Jerusalem and chose to join the procession. The rallies this weekend were only the beginning. There will be more to come. And they're not just political events, they're invitations to remember that faith has always had something to say about power. An opportunity to participate in the public witness that has always been part of the DNA of the God-loving people, whether you're talking about Buddha or Gandhi or Mohammed or Martin Luther King and Christians everywhere. But the greater truth is that every day you and I are called to step sometimes boldly, sometimes cautiously into the work of transformation and move from reflection to action, from our safe spiritual practices, which are so essential, but into living, breathing, risk-taking faith. Maybe it's in your family. Maybe it's on the workplace. Maybe there's that moment when you could have spoken up, right? This is an action program. Some of these actions may be huge and well-organized and loud like this weekend, but every day there's these opportunities for quiet courage, for standing for justice, for bringing more love. The question's not whether there will be other opportunities. There will be. The question is whether you and I will join in, and how exactly will we do that? Weaving the accounts of the Gospels together, we gather the context and background that set the stage for Jesus' triumphant entry into Jerusalem that first Palm Sunday. Just a short time before, as I said, he had raised Lazarus from the dead, a miracle that the word spread, even by word of mouth, it spread like wildfire, and people had come from all over the country to see this celebrity. Everyone who had heard about his miracles and his work, especially the raising of Lazarus, wanted to see him in person. You know, we would have done the same thing today. And then we get insight into Jesus' mood that day in this story from the Gospels of Matthew and Luke. On the way to Jerusalem, Jesus and the apostles paused to rest on a hill overlooking the city. Jesus climbed down from his donkey and sat on a ledge. And looking down over the city, he wept, saying, "Oh, Jerusalem, Jerusalem, you have killed the prophets and stoned those who were sent to you. So often I have wanted to gather your children together as a hen gathers her brood under her wings, and yet you were not willing. If only you had recognized the things that make for peace. Even now you do not. And so someday your enemies will surround you and crush you and leave your children desolate. All because you were unable to hear the voice of the Lord. Soon I will leave you and you'll not see me again, but someday you'll cry out, 'Blessed was he who came in the name of the Lord.'" Here we meet a deeply human, broken-hearted Jesus. And I'm haunted by the image of him sitting on that rock, looking down at that city and the people he loves, and weeping. Human to human, heart to heart. I can feel his grief. He has done his best, and still they don't understand. Even so, he loves them dearly and grieves knowing they will pay a hefty and painful price for remaining stubbornly ignorant. I don't know about you, but I have no problem imagining Jesus weeping for us today. How sad that we who have had so many opportunities to create a world of love and peace are still unwilling to do so. Even the issues are the same today as they were in Jesus' time. Ignorance and stubbornness and arrogance and greed and obsession with money and power, they're the same. We hear Jesus' message, sense its truth, and even hold a vision of a better world, and yet we're still unable to step wholeheartedly into that vision. Jesus wept, and so do we. So that first Palm Sunday was not just a prelude to the crucifixion. It carries a profound meaning of its own, one that did not begin when he rode into town on a donkey amidst cheers of praise. Today we celebrate courage and commitment and faith and the deepest imaginable love. We remember how one humble carpenter's son, who spoke out with passion and confidence and stood up to bullies, changed the world, proving to us, one and all, that where there is enough faith, purpose, and passion, there is amazing spiritual power. Taking passion and purpose into action is often scary. Confronting misguided leaders, whether they're in your family, in your church, or in your community, it can be even dangerous. Doing so may initiate a major shift in the direction of one's life. Some of our relationships may be called into question. Most certainly our priorities will shift. I speak from experience. Believe me, there were many who thought I was completely crazy and also selfish for leaving my home, husband, and thriving business to go to seminary at the age of 53. Yet today, I tell you honestly, I cannot imagine what life would have been like if I had not. Looking back, I can see that something magical and mystical occurred the day I first walked into a Unity church in 1984. I wept that day too. But it were the tears of relief that I had finally found the place where I belonged. Like so many Unity newcomers, I was eager to learn and grow. But little did I know that everything in my life would change. Day by day, I became more aware of thinking and behaviors in me that were out of alignment with my true self. At the time, I didn't realize. I didn't. That transformation was actually taking part in real time. And with it would come a growing desire and somehow enough courage to say yes to a path with a heart. That heart path is not necessarily charged with emotion. It's not usually marked by urgency or drivenness. More often, it's a gentle, persistent longing in the soul, perhaps to give voice to something inside that needs saying, or build something, or right a wrong of some sort. Each person has a unique path with a heart, and no one can take it for us. No one can even really walk it with us. Many will not understand it. It's hard to explain this whole idea of calling, really. People have asked me about it. And then I remembered, this is an old book, you all have probably read it, The Way of the Peaceful Warrior, written by Danon Perry. And he does a great job of describing it. He says, sometimes I feel like my life is a series of trapeze swings. Most of the time, I'm hanging on for dear life to my familiar trapeze bar, and it carries me along at a certain steady rate of swing, and I have the feeling that I'm in control of my life. I know most of the right questions and even a few of the answers. But every once in a while, as I'm merrily or not so merrily swinging along, I look out into the distance, and what do I see? Another trapeze bar swinging toward me, and it's empty. And I know in that place inside of me that knows that this new trapeze bar has my name on it. And it is my next step, my growth, my aliveness coming to get me. In my heart of hearts, I know that it's time for me to grow. I've got to release my grip on the safe, familiar bar and float around for a while in empty space until I can grab the new one I know very, very little about. Wow, I thought that's exactly what it felt like for me. Sometimes, maybe more often than not, the path with a heart finds us. Some life event, some trauma, loss, or illness turns us in a whole new direction. At the time, we may think of it as the end of the world, and perhaps in a way it is, because the world as we knew it has ended. Something totally new is being called out. Jesus weeps on that hillside because he knows that suffering comes to those who resist that call. He weeps, and then he gets back on his donkey and continues traveling his own path with a heart. He knows the road ahead is going to be challenging. He knows it will take all the faith and courage he can muster, but yet walk it he must, because in the end, it is his reason for being. He is both willing and scared to death. As he enters Jerusalem, he finds the streets lined with those people that want to worship him. Many are thinking that he's a savior. He's going to rescue them. And they praise him to the stars, but they don't get the message. They don't understand that no one person can lift us out of oppression. Only a new way of thinking and a new level of self-honesty can create the inner transformation that takes. So here we are, thousands of years later, and most of us still don't fully grasp the enormity of that message, myself included. Maybe we hear the words and understand intellectually, but when that fear sets in, we turn and grab at anything that might relieve it. Seems letting go of the familiar ways of thinking and behaving requires us to take a step into something called uncertainty. And we don't like it at all. No one told us that fear is always a companion on a path with the heart. Jesus faced a mountain of fear, no doubt about it. Only two alternatives: step into the calling or run away. Like him, we too face death, if not the end of our physical life, then maybe the end of a way of living, a way of thinking or feeling. We didn't know. They didn't tell us. See, transformation, we say it a lot in Unity, and it seems like a mild and really positive and pleasant word. What we don't understand is that transformation takes place in the fire. It's a purification. Most of us have been at this crossroads some point in our lives, may be there now. If so, we have two questions to ask ourselves, and this is what I want to leave you with this morning. How will I live knowing that I'm going to die someday? And once I've wrapped my mind around that, how can I find within me the courage I need to step fully into my purpose, my path with the heart? These questions really got to me a long time ago because I had made so many messes in my life that I was constantly having to change course and change direction, so I was pretty good at that. But what I had never done was decide to make a change in the midst of a life I loved. It seemed like I had everything I'd all worked for. Everything was going great, and then I have this stupid idea that I got to leave the business and the family and everything and go be a Unity minister. So I go run into my Unity minister at Unity of Fairfax, and I say, please talk me out of this. You know this is crazy. I can't go. Do you know how much responsibility I have? I cannot go do that. And I don't believe it could possibly be God's will either. Why would God want me to leave home and go out and do something that nobody in my Catholic family approves of? What am I supposed? So here's what Elise does, and this was, you gotta know this woman. She just sits there and she looks at me. She says nothing. Until finally something comes out of her mouth, soft like a warm breeze with a wallop. And she says, well, dear, the only thing I know is this: God lives in you, and so the desire of your heart is God's will for you. Shoot. So today I pass that profound and personal teaching on to you. No matter what your age, financial position, family connections, the desire of your heart is God's will for you. If you are living your path with a heart, how can you go deeper? If not, perhaps today is a turning point. As far as I can figure, the bottom line is this: that physical life is both wonderful and terrifying, made even more precious because it is fragile. So why walk a path with a heart if it means confronting danger? Why step toward the things that scare us? Doesn't a life dedicated to avoiding risk make more sense? Perhaps to the finite mind. But the problem is, there was this guy named Jesus who clearly demonstrated that safety alone is too small a vision for divine humans, too constricting and too narrow for people with big dreams. And as for safety, well, that's turned out to be an illusion anyway, hasn't it? So what does Jesus do knowing he has a week to live? He confronts materialism by casting the merchants out of the temple. That was real popular, turned the tables over and raised a stink. He confronts the hypocrisy of the temple officials. He goes back out on the hillside and teaches people about the power within them. He heals a few more afflicted people. And then there was Holy Thursday when he sat down for a meal with his family, the people he loved the most. In other words, he does the things that matter most to him, and he does what he has always done because his whole life has been a path with a heart. So we don't get off the hook. Because see, that divine energy is in each one of us. And at some level, in our own way, we're called to that same crossroad. So now we have a chance to sort of do a reenactment that reminds us about the first Palm Sunday. We're going to do a palm walk this morning. And I think, Blair, you're going to start us off, aren't you? And then Tony has asked me to remind you that the way we'll do this is we'll come up this aisle over here, and then we'll walk the palm, and then we'll go back out the other side. That makes sense? All right, so let's do this together, and let's do this with this question in mind, if you're willing, if it works for you. My question is, if I knew this were the last week of my life, what would I do with it? God bless you all. Thank you.
There's a voice softly whispering inside my head, telling me I'm gonna be all right. It keeps saying, let yourself be led where you are led. Don't hold back, don't put up a fight. It tells me trust the wind, breathe the air. There's a place you're meant to be, and you're already there. Open up your heart and let life in. You know that you can always trust the wind. When the world starts doing things that I don't understand, I search my soul to find the reason why. In the dark of night, I feel somebody take my hand and tell me you don't even have to try, for you can trust the wind, breathe the air, and know that there are helping hands around you everywhere. Open up your heart and let life in, and know that you can always trust the wind. Dreams have wings, thoughts take flight. All good things are streaming toward us every day. They hear our prayers, they know the way. I'm gonna trust the wind, breathe the air. Let me take it on its wings and carry me somewhere. I'll open up my heart and let life in. I I know wherever breezes blow, wherever winding rivers flow, I'm going where I need to go. I can trust the wind.
Beautiful. So, Ron, do you come in? Can we have the lights up now? Ooh, that was awesome. Reverend Catherine, thank you for that message.
A lot of energy in here.
Yeah. Such a great thing to be reminded, you know, the crossing over. It's like, for me, it's just going from the past to the future, creating that opportunity. So we have an opportunity now to give to the future, our offering from our hearts and our hands. We make it easy here. We would text to give. You can use the QR code or the phone number or Tithely, or you can just mail in your gifts that you have to offer. And as always, just right here into the butterfly net after we say our blessing. And we are grateful for all the gifts that are given. It allows our community to do really great things. in the community and within our own community right here at home. So we have a spring fundraiser that's going on right now as well. It's called Stepping into the Future. How appropriate. And we're doing pretty good on it, but we have a goal of $135,000, and that's pretty much, for those of you that don't know, this building opened up 20 years ago in 2006, October. And so there's a lot of things that just need to be either replaced, repaired, or updated. So anything that you feel led to give. Did you have something you wanted to say there, Michelle? Michelle, from the Board of Trustees.
Thank you, Rhonda. As Rhonda was saying, we have our spring fundraiser underway right now. It's going great. For those of you who have already contributed, thank you so much. We really appreciate your generosity. We've had some very generous donations. And as you can see in our fishbowl, excuse me, we've already, at the time the slide was made, we had raised $42,000 towards that $135,000 goal. And our amount has gone up even more since then. We're now at $45,000, just over $45,000. Yeah, give yourself a hand. So thank you so much, and I just really ask all of you who have not stepped in yet to ask yourself from your heart, what is yours to give? How do you wish to contribute to this campaign? And we look forward to you stepping in. I know that I'm still praying on it. Excuse me. Got a little sinus thing going on today. I know I'm still praying on it. I'm sure that many of you are as well. So we look forward to your participation. I want to remind you, and I'm sorry, I'm going to read this so that I don't get all tangled up here. I want to remind those of you who are taking draws from your IRAs or whatever financial tool you have, that you can ask that a portion or all of your required minimum distribution from your IRA be sent directly to UOC as a qualified charitable deduction, as a QCD. Your income taxes will be positively influenced if you do this, because it's a big charitable donation. So really think about doing that. And that's all I have.
Thank you. So let's take those gifts in our hearts and our hands and let's bless them today. Divine love, as me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. keep going like this. Didn't they used to do that? Right?
Yeah.
We have a wonderful announcement from Tony, our Board of Trustees President.
Good morning, everyone. I have some very exciting news. The board has received a recommendation from the search team that we have a very experienced and qualified candidate to interview. This person is an ordained and licensed Unity minister and currently is in a congregation. We have invited the candidate to come on it's called a candidate weekend interview from April 16th to the 19th. The candidate will be giving the talk on the 19th. I cannot, nor can any of the search team or the board, share the information about the candidate until Sunday, April 12th. So I'll give that information then. So I just ask all of you to be in integrity about who the candidate's identity is, because we need to give the candidate time to inform people on their end of what's happening. But it's very exciting news. The search team has done an amazing job, and I really want to thank them. We are very, very excited about this candidate. So, great news to share.
Did she say very excited?
Yeah, she did. Twice.
So we will not have hospitality today, but of course we do have the potluck coming up. But we do also, right after the service, have choir practice for our Easter service. So Blair,
Yeah, just stay in here.
Just
We
stay
take a
here.
break.
There's no
Take a 5-minute break if you want, but get on it.
Oh, boy, okay.
so we don't have hospitality because we do need some support. So if there's anybody that is willing to, you want to have something to say?
Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you to the people that have stepped up.
Okay.
We now have increased our hospitality team by 5 more members.
Yay!
Hospitality every weekend.
Great. Okay, so never
fantastic.
mind. So that's great. Thank you. Thank you all. It's, you know, you give to the, you get more than you give. Let's put it that way. Mukta Kirtan on Saturday, April 4th at 5 to 6:30 in the Meditation Center. So put that on your calendars. And like we were talking about the Easter potluck, now we'll be a lot better served with more people helping, and you know, the more the merrier. And it's always such, if you've never been to a potluck, especially the Easter one, it's a very special time right after the service. We have a spirituality and nature meditation workshop coming up. Do you want to say something, Carolyn?
Yeah, can I do the next few announcements?
Yeah, I saw your name there, and I wonder if that means she's coming up here. There she is.
Thanks so much. Hi.
Hello.
So good to have you back.
It's good to be here.
So, do you experience spirituality through and in nature? So as part of Earth Month, the Earth Care team is hosting several events I'm here to tell you about. The first is a spirituality and nature meditation and workshop. It's 2 hours, mostly outside. I'll guide us through about a 45-minute nature-connected practice, followed by journaling and conversation with other similar souls, where we can share stories and perspectives about the relationships between spirituality and nature. And that is April 11th. Can we go to the next one? Or this isn't, I'll say something about this in a minute. All right, this is all part of Earth Month. So April 18th, we can explore the ecology of Virginia's waterways through music and film. So Fuse Ensemble is very cool. They're a modern classical electroacoustic chamber group, and they're performing along with original art films by Richmond artist Sarah Aha. The set reawakens our ability to connect with our life-sustaining planet, each other, and the divine feminine, an ability often lost in our inherited and illusory ideas of separateness. So that's April 18th, part of Earth Month. And then we also have April 25th. Lawns are not great for our people or our planet. And if you are interested in transitioning your yard or space to a more wildlife-friendly habitat, or interested in supporting biodiversity, take this workshop with environmentalist, educator, and lifelong gardener, Sarah Jane. And you can even do what she's going to be teaching us. You can even do this if you're in an HOA or in a neighborhood with traditional landscaping. So you'll learn cost-effective, do-it-yourself ways to appeal to humans and wildlife. All three of these events you can register for on our website, and all of the donations are for Unity of Charlottesville. So that's Earth Month. Can we go back to the meditation slides? Sorry. We'll put these slides in this order. Sorry, it's me. So speaking of community, this is really exciting. We have a new Unity group that was congregant initiated and launched and facilitated. If you know Greg, our former board of the chair of the board, and a new congregant, Rose Knoxon. Will you two stand up, please? Because this is so exciting that we have a new group at Unity. Thank you so much. It takes some work to get a new official Unity group going, and y'all are on it. This is so exciting. So this new meditation group will meet twice a month, and they have Unity-aligned meditations before services on Sunday. The first one will be April 12th, and you can get more information. There's this beautiful little sign out in the narthex that has some topics for each of the weeks. Thank you so much.
That's really awesome.
Yeah, it's really.
So at the end of the service, we'll have our healing helpers over here in the corner for group prayer. And anyone needing individual prayer, our own buddy will be up here available for you. Next week is Easter with Reverend Klein again.
Yeah, thank you.
Very exciting time. Always loved Easter. And we have an affirmation for attracting a new minister. And it's working, folks. I'll tell you.
That's right.
It really is working. So let's affirm together. We are
We're
open
and receptive
to the right and perfect Unity minister to accept our invitation to lead, serve, and guide Unity of Charlottesville into our next phase of vibrant ministry. We see this process unfolding with ease, grace, wisdom, and understanding, all in divine timing. We give thanks that it is so, and release this prayer to the universe in the name and after the nature of the Christ within. So powerful. So thank you to everyone. This service wouldn't happen without all of the commitments that people give each Sunday, especially Amy and Boyan up in sound,
you're
and
not
Bob.
kidding.
And Luke was here. I don't know where Luke went. And of course, our blessing team. We had Cindy and Linda and Tony greeting everybody as they came in the door. Thank you. No hospitality today, but we're going to have it every week. And that doesn't mean you still can't volunteer, right? See Mark. And of course, our music, Blair, you did it again.
Yeah,
as
you're
always.
not kidding.
Again.
Not by yourself. Blue and Ty and Jim and Stevie and of course Kevin and Karen and Christina and John and what's your name? Oh, Janice.
And Rhonda.
And me.
And Rhonda.
So there we go. Thank you all. It was great. And thank you for coming, and thank you for being online with us today. So let's close with the peace song, shall we?
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let
protection. Together, the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. And wherever God